What is a psychological complex? A psychological complex is a group of interconnected ideas, feelings, and behaviors that revolve around a single, central theme or idea. A complex is typically unconscious, meaning that the person experiencing it is not fully aware of the underlying thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that make up the complex. Psychological complexes are often formed in response to early life experiences or unresolved conflicts. They may be associated with specific people, objects, or situations, and they may manifest as repetitive patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. For example, someone with an inferiority complex may experience feelings of inadequacy, and they may exhibit behaviors that reflect these feelings, such as avoiding social situations or seeking constant reassurance from others. Psychological complexes can have a significant impact on a person's mental health and well-being. They can lead to feelings of distress, anxiety, and depression, and they can interfere with a person's ability to form healthy relationships and achieve their goals. Treatment for psychological complexes may include therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or psychoanalytic therapy, which can help the person to gain insight into their unconscious thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and to develop healthier ways of thinking and behaving. List common complex. Some common psychological complexes include 1. Inferiority complex. This complex is characterized by feelings of inadequacy, inferiority, and self-doubt. 1. People with an inferiority complex may feel inferior to others, and they may avoid social situations or seek constant reassurance from others. 2. Superiority complex. This complex is characterized by feelings of superiority and entitlement. 2. People with a superiority complex may have an exaggerated sense of their own importance, and they may look down on others and belittle them. 3. Dependency complex. This complex is characterized by an excessive need for others to meet one's emotional or physical needs. 3. People with a dependency complex may have difficulty making decisions or taking care of themselves, and they may seek constant reassurance and support from others. 4. Oedipus complex. This complex, named after the Greek myth, is characterized by feelings of sexual desire for the opposite sex parent and feelings of rivalry and jealousy towards the same-sex parent. 4. It typically occurs during the phallic stage of psychosexual development. 5. Electra complex. This complex, named after the Greek myth, is similar to the Oedipus complex, but it occurs in girls and is characterized by feelings of sexual desire for the father and feelings of rivalry and jealousy towards the mother. 5. It typically occurs during the phallic stage of psychosexual development. 6. Narcissistic complex. This complex is characterized by an exaggerated sense of self-importance, grandiosity, and entitlement. 6. People with a narcissistic complex may have a need for admiration and attention, and they may be preoccupied with fantasies of success, power, and attractiveness. These are just a few examples of psychological complexes. There are many other psychological complexes that can affect people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and it is important to remember that each person's experience is unique. If you are concerned about your own psychological well-being, it is important to seek help from a qualified mental health professional. Some additional psychological complexes include 1. Mother complex. This complex is characterized by an overly strong attachment to the mother, and it may manifest as a fear of separation or an inability to individuate from the mother. 2. Father complex. This complex is characterized by an overly strong attachment to the father, and it may manifest as a fear of separation or an inability to individuate from the father. 3. Anima/animus complex. This complex is characterized by the person's unconscious identification with the opposite gender. 3. For men, the anima is the feminine aspect of the psyche, and for women, the animus is the masculine aspect of the psyche. The anima is the unconscious feminine side of a man, while the animus is the unconscious masculine side of a woman. The concept of the anima and animus complex was developed by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, who believed that these archetypes are present in the unconscious of all people, regardless of their actual gender. He believed that the anima and animus play a crucial role in the formation of the individual's personality, and that individuals must strive to integrate these archetypes in order to achieve psychological balance. An example of this concept in action might be a man who is in touch with his feminine side and is able to express his emotions and empathize with others, or a woman who is assertive and confident in her decisions and actions. The most important aspects of this concept are the idea that the anima and animus are present in the unconscious of all individuals, regardless of their actual gender, and that they play a crucial role in the formation of an individual's personality. The limitations of this concept include the fact that it is a psychological theory and therefore cannot be objectively proven or disproven. Additionally, it is based on the idea of archetypes, which is a concept that is not universally accepted in psychology. There may be other perspectives or viewpoints to consider when thinking about the anima and animus complex, such as the perspective of individuals who do not identify as either male or female, or the perspective of individuals who do not believe in the concept of archetypes. This concept relates to other ideas or concepts in psychology, such as the idea of the collective unconscious and the concept of psychological integration. A counterexample that could help us better understand this concept might be a man who does not exhibit traditionally masculine traits, or a woman who does not exhibit traditionally feminine traits. This could suggest that the individual has not fully integrated their anima or animus, or that the concept of the anima and animus may not apply to them. 1. Shadow complex. This complex is characterized by the person's unconscious identification with the darker, more primitive aspects of the psyche. 1. It may manifest as feelings of shame, guilt, or fear, and it may lead to aggressive or destructive behavior. 2. Repression complex. This complex is characterized by the person's unconscious suppression of thoughts, feelings, or memories that are too painful or anxiety-provoking to be consciously experienced. 2. It may manifest as difficulty remembering certain events or experiences, and it can lead to psychological distress. 3. Projection complex. This complex is characterized by the person's unconscious attribution of their own thoughts, feelings, or impulses onto others. 3. For example, a person who is feeling jealous may project those feelings onto someone else and accuse that person of being jealous. Again, these are just a few examples of psychological complexes. There are many other psychological complexes that can affect people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and it is important to remember that each person's experience is unique. If you are concerned about your own psychological well-being, it is important to seek help from a qualified mental health professional.